Good afternoon, people. So it's another nautical nightmare. No, actually it might be. Right.
Possibly.
Hopefully you've watched our last video, because these should come out in order. Hopefully there's loads of other ones to ram in between and everything, which will, at one point you'll all see. But the one I'm talking about is the Budweiser on the Perfectdraft, a 4.5% ABV. As you'll notice, we weren't entirely happy with that, the beer or the keg, but that's another thing. Anyway, it's dropped down to 4.5. So then in the shop, in Tesco's, you get Budweiser at 4.5. Now, one thing that was holding that Bud on its own, and I know a lot of people are not huge Bud fans, as I said in the last video, I remember in the 90s, everyone used to literally wet themselves over it. It was
did go
that good.
out of favour, it
Yeah.
did go out of fashion a bit, but it was still a reasonable beer.
And the bottles, I remember back in the day, late 90s, bottle of Bud was premium beer, you know. People have got very short memories. And a lot of these younger people now, they don't know they're born, let's be honest. Because you've got so many choices now in the beer industry, although they're trying to lower it, but I won't go too much into that one at the moment. Because that's another, well, that's a more than a video. That is. But as I say, I have reason to believe, me being Detective PJT, that what you're getting out of that keg is exactly the same as what you're getting 660ml for £2. Right, bottles in the fridge. I'm looking for the bottle, aren't I? So yeah. So basically, when you go in Tesco's, you get 3 for £6. So you're getting 660 millilitres of beer
For
£2. So your keg, hold on a minute, 35.90 or something. Even when you're getting it on discount, you're still paying. What did I work it out at? I haven't got a piece of paper. You're still paying. I think it's £2.78 a pint.
So you are still paying significantly more.
Yeah, hold on a minute, hold on. But that's only your 500 mils for £2.78. That's only based on a 500 mil on a Euro pint. So not only are you getting your English 568 here, you're getting another 100 mil for 70p cheaper. So this can and a bottle and keg.
Yes,
So let me get the bottle.
We can try the bottle. We are going to try a pint from the keg, and we're going to compare them. See if there's any difference in the taste at all. Because you're paying a significant amount more out for your pint out of keg.
Well, yeah, 70 odd p plus 100 mil. That's not fair, is it? Right, this is your one here, and I'd like the keg. Brewed in the UK, you know, even the Americans, you know, and we all take the pee out of the Americans. Even their Budweiser is still at 5%, as pointed out by Ponderman today. You know, and something else pointed out by a Welshman, not as in YouTuber Welshman, as in Gareth, was why didn't they just up the Bud Light a bit and leave this the same? Why did they have to do it?
That was actually my thing on it. You have a light beer. Why are you going to mess about with your premium beer when your biggest sellers?
Yeah, that's just a twist up.
Yeah. Okay.
I've poured a pint, well, attempt to.
You're going to go with that one?
Yep, huge Budweiser fan. As I stated in the last video, I remember in 2008, do you want me to do it?
God, you're going to have to, because I can't twist that off.
Blimey, look can I?
I thought it was just me being weak. I can get it off with the bottle.
Oh, I think you might meant to be peel that off
I
first.
think the paper's making a lot of difference
Oh, just
to that.
click it off if not.
Yeah.
God, blimey.
Yeah.
Not paid enough for that. You don't get a lot for these YouTube reviews, you know.
That was a lot easier.
Yeah, oh no.
Oh,
Right, let me pour the pint. And let's go to work. Oh well. This is another problem, which I'm going to highlight. As was highlighted on my live and everything. And that's not my pouring. That's actually had a different. I've actually changed the pipe. I've reloaded the keg. I have done 2 videos of it, but I tried to send to them, but you can't send to them at the moment by strange coincidence.
It's pouring like that every time.
And I was on a live last night. If you think I'm lying using different glasses, do check it live on YouTube. Let's say, don't make too much difference, you know. The point is the taste.
Right.
Yeah.
Both glasses are nucleated, yeah?
Yep.
Well, straight away, the carbonation and the bubbles from the bottle look better.
Yeah, but this is an old glass. No, but it is nucleated.
It is?
Yeah. is an old glass. That's 2018. There's probably 5 years or 4 years in the glasses, but
I think you can make as many excuses as you like.
no, I'm not making excuses.
That isn't looking good.
I'm not.
In comparison to the bottle.
That's looking better, yeah. And now that is one poor bottle since they messed around with that. Again, another mindless one. You go Kronenberg, you go Left, you go Foster's. The list of what they're doing to us here in the UK is an absolute joke.
And the way they're hiding it and not giving people an informed choice about what they want to buy and spend their money on, that's what really gets me.
Let's be honest, I mean, you've got Simon on Real Craft Ale. He's a real advocate of pointing this out. And we were chatting about it on the live last night, and it was me, you, Adam. And the problem is, like I said, if they're not going to listen to Simon, who the hell's going to, who are we? We're just nobody to them, they don't care. So, come on. This I actually pray is going to be different. But I've got a sneaky suspicion it won't be. And you get a good smell through that. I'm working with a keg that, well...
The bottle smells a little bit soapy to me, and I'm not getting that off the jar.
That's poor. Oh. Not that much in it.
There isn't a lot in it, no.
It's the taste.
Okay.
This is the thing here, because you're paying a lot more for that than you are for that. That should be an inferior product to that, obviously. You know, they've killed Bud, as I say. I didn't mind Bud at 5%. I took a lot of flack for buying it, for supporting it. In reviews I did. Reviews are all honest, you know. It's like...
I'll taste that. I'm going to hold back a minute because I want to see what Paul's got to say. Try one more time, just to be sure.
Oh dear.
Exactly.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I'll let my...
I'm going to go on the fact that the bottle actually tastes a little bit fresher and a little bit more vibrant. There's more effervescence there. There are more bubbles there. It tastes a little bit more lively. Barring that, they taste exactly the same.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So I mean, this is right. I love my machine, and I've sworn.
It does.
Through Perfectdraft for life, you know, I've been a machine owner for 9 years. Even when she's been, we've fallen out over them machines. I actually love them that much, and actually buying so many machines and everything has caused problems, shall we say, in the house, because Michelle's philosophy is, well, I can just go over the road and buy these Polish cans. What's it called? Tyskie, or whatever. And I'll be like, yeah, but you don't get the draft experience. You don't get this. I'd rather have one keg of that rather than 50 cans. Or whatever, you know, that's just a summary. Now
in the case of Budweiser and what they've done to it, you are totally pointless buying a keg, because you are paying hand over fist just to load up that machine. You are paying so much more money for a product that is exactly the same coming out.
And you've got to send the keg back to get your steak money back, because maybe this £5 when people, it always baffles me in beer groups. And people say like their beer tokens. And they say, well, I've got 3 kegs for free, but you haven't got 3 kegs for free because you paid the £5 is on that. You know,
it's like a deposit, you just get a deposit.
You're not getting it for free. I know it can feel good, and I get that thing, because you do, because like, if you've got a massive bill, but then you built up some beer tokens, like we've got about 7 quick kegs here to go back. So you take that into effect, and then you think, oh yeah, well, yeah, that kind of works. But this is wrong. Sorry, you know, this is wrong. We've done it before. If you go back on our videos, I've done the 5% Budweiser against the bottle. There was no comparison. The keg absolutely blew it away. Now, AB InBev, well done, mate. You're taking that away from us.
You've ruined one of your best sellers, because that is what you've done. You've taken a product that was good. And yes, it was good. It has been a little bit out.
It had its day, yeah.
It has been a little bit unfashionable, but it was still a good beer.
I stuck up for Budweiser.
It's not good.
So much crap for
this
that company.
Is not good.
In beer groups. If I was a lesser person, some of the comments I've had over the course of time were actually quite, wrong, weren't they? Even saying things about you. But getting back to this is wrong. This is wrong on every level.
Unfortunately, and I'm not the only person who thinks it, is this what is to come?
Yeah.
Is it going to happen with more and more beers? Is this going to be the trend? Is this the way of the future?
It was something stated to me. Oh, well, at least they can't mess around with our German beers. That's on the other Budweiser, the main keg review. Do check it out if you haven't watched it, because the more people that watch it, the more I can push that video out, like I'll do to this one. I'll share it everywhere. I don't care what people say. So,
I was going to say, my main reason for reviewing beers is to help people make an informed choice about how they spend their money. I want them to get the best possible product for their money. That's what I want.
But going back to what I said, they won't mess around with our German beers. But they've already messed around with Beck's. Beck's has already been brewed in England at 4%. So what next? Left is the one that everyone keeps talking about.
Yeah.
You've already got it on 6%, brewed in Wales. Nothing against them brewing the stuff in Wales, right? I'll go off subject slightly here. Let's be honest. The Stella Unfiltered is becoming a favourite with people. That's brewed in Wales. Yep, that's okay to brew in Wales.
Don't mess around with the recipe.
Yeah, but the
brew
standard.
Where you want. Don't mess around
Stella,
with the recipe.
okay.
Yeah.
The standard Stella. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with. We've done it. Us too. You've got to remember, especially Michelle, has drank Stella for so many bloody years and so much of it. She must have some of an idea. I know you can say she's a woman, she's clueless. I get that, right? And I drank Stella back in the day when it was 5.2 in the pubs. And I think you saw a Stella, the famous old Stella pump with it going down like that, the thin gold and red pump.
Don't touch it now.
And now but on the machine, it's still alright.
Yeah.
We brought another keg of it.
I have to go with that because it is still alright in PD.
Everyone says I bum the reviews up because I'm up Perfect Drafts A.
I think what they're doing when they are reducing the ABV of these beers, they're tinkering about with the recipe. You start tinkering about with the recipe, you're going to change the taste.
And that's crap.
And why? Why are we being given inferior products here in Britain?
Kronenberg?
Why?
Foster's even. Foster's is 3.7 instead of 4. It goes on and on and on, and it goes back to the debate we had last night. We could sit here all night. I could do a million videos of that, but that is the future of your drinking. Then you've got to rethink about these machines because
they're not going to be worth it.
What next? I've got 4 of them. You know what I mean? Well, if I get rid of a couple of them, I still get a few quid from it this way. I don't know.
The whole thing is just pointless. I think people got machines to get good quality beer and different stuff that you could get from the supermarket, from like supermarkets. They wanted different beer.
You're getting robbed.
A lot of the time now, you're getting supermarket beers on the machine. But if they're going to start doing this with them, then there's absolutely no point.
Rob, that and that, if you could tell the difference, please let me know if you've tried them both.
I can't.
But seriously, anyone buying that 4.5% keg, you're an absolute mug. And you shouldn't even have a machine.
The one out of the bottle is slightly more lively.
But
That's what the only difference
I remember,
is.
if we all stop buying that crap, maybe they'll go back to the original 5%.
Don't know.
I don't know, I doubt it, because they're much bigger than you and you.
That's the problem.
Like the supermarkets, it's the same thing.
Business,
I was even talking to the Tesco's driver today, and we were talking about this, and he knew all about the Lower ABV when our Tesco's delivery came with this bottle, funny enough. And he said, they just pick up a case and walk up to the till. They don't look at the ABV. The average Joe Public.
I noticed with Kronenberg, with their repackaging, the actual, looking for it, what the percentage of the beer was,
wrong.
It was almost impossible to find it.
It's wrong. And let's be honest, they've stitched us up here with this coop, because that's just crap. I couldn't even drink that, could I, on the live last night. I said to her, I can't drink this. It's appalling. You've seen the pour, it's countless hassles with the pour. They don't care. You can't even send them videos through, So like, how much was it? Oh yeah, no, sorry, we did get it on a buy 2 get 1 free. That's why we gambled on it. But the point is, I still paid full price for the other 2 kegs. I paid 38 quid or whatever for Stella. It's a lot of money each pint.
It is.
So, right, I think we've done your heads properly in here now.
Please let us know what you think in the comments. I'd really like to know how you feel about this.
Don't buy it. I won't put this video out tomorrow because I'll try and push the other one still, but I'll get it out in the next day or so. But seriously, do not buy that keg. Do not waste your money, especially if it's your hard-earned money. Yep. Think about it. Bonjour.